That's what I would do. See, if I was 55 or 25, I would literally pay someone to mentor me. I would pay a guy. A guy called me up from Saudi Arabia the other day. He said, "Hey man, I want to hire you as a mentor." I said, "Go read Think and Grow Rich and call me back." And that's like, I'm going to just tell you what to go read. And we'll see if he reads it, he'll call me back and go, "Okay, I read it. What's next, sir?" Dude, those people I worked for in the early days at 70 grand, they could have literally not paid me. I would have kept my job, dude. There was no firing my ass. I was going to stay no matter what. And to me, that's the mistake people make, is like, go find a platform. What is a platform? Smart people, dude, that allow you to be yourself and that you're able to bring value to those smart people. Just to be around a smart cat is worth it, okay? And most people around, you're walking around your company and ask yourself who you have access to at the company that's fucking wicked smart. That's who you want to get around, man. So wicked smart, like, cause this thing is changing. Okay. It's changing so fast. People go, "Hey, Gary, why aren't you building another company?" Dude, I can actually, why do I want to deal with all you? Like, I can make all my own decisions. I can stick my nose in the X or social media today and meet almost anybody I want to meet. And I'm not a famous guy. In crypto, there are no closed doors. There may be some people that don't like me, that just don't want to meet with me. Speaking of that, that's my brother. Or whether we have political differences, but there has not been one person in 3 years. I called the CEO of NIDIG up. "Hey, Gary Cardone here. Could I meet with you next week? Come on in, man. What do you want to talk about?" That is very, very unusual. Okay. This does not happen in the payments industry or ExxonMobil. That does not happen. So if you're missing this space, you shouldn't. And if you are seeing this space and you're getting like lost in the glittery objects of altcoins and Misty and MicroStrategy and this trade and that trade, dude, stay focused on Bitcoin. And when you hear, guys like me buying some other things, it's because, I am extremely already allocated to Bitcoin. My life, this has been like, in 4 years, I've accomplished more in 4 years than I have in the prior 16.
Wow.
Okay. With 1,000 less headaches, 1,000. And I don't know if you know what 1,000, but when you get older, you start going, "Hey, why? I don't want this headache over this shit. Why is someone calling me about and giving me a URL and there's misspelled words in it? I don't want to do this. This is minimal work, right? I don't want to do, I want my value to be going to the highest value. This, people are going to get lost in this cycle right here. One, I believe that you and I will make and retain the most amount of money ever made in Bitcoin is getting ready in the next 4 to 8 years. Oh, bro, I've already made more money than most of the whales that have come and gone that you don't even hear about. The trillions of dollars that have been lost in this industry from short-term thinking is frightening. And the hubris, like when you win a lottery ticket, don't start thinking you were smart. Just accept you won a lottery ticket. Because what happens to the lottery ticket winner is he begins to think he's smart. He then takes that money and invests it in operating companies, and every whale that's done that's lost money.
I'm pretty sure Brian Armstrong at Coinbase would have been better off just buying Bitcoin and sitting on it.
Oh, bro. I mean, like Coinbase, quite frankly. Well, and look, those are different issues, right? I mean, Coinbase probably is going to decide, "Oh, wow, I should have done the reserve too." But it was too risky back then. Chamath, every smart guy is underestimating this play, okay? Chamath owned 5% of the entire supply of Bitcoin at $300 and he sold it. Yeah. Now, you want me to, I'm going to get under Chamath's nose real quick. Chamath would be hanging out with Donald Trump right now, bro. Instead, it's David Sachs. It's David Sachs, right? I mean, think about that, bro. Chamath, an Indian, would be sitting with Donald Trump right now, and he knows it. Now, he doesn't talk about it, but he knows it. This is this is not like Standard Oil or an oil play, dude. We're talking about David Sachs. No one heard of this cat before. Okay. Now he's in the space, all over the space. These people, by the way, have surrendered all their crypto holdings. Okay. It's the most positive crypto audience, 37-year-old guys. Like, this is going one way, man. Like, there isn't not one negative person sitting on Trump's executive team about Bitcoin. They're actually beginning to think, hey, this could be a solution for us in a pile of no solutions.
So in terms of so currently we're sitting at like 110 last I looked on in terms of Bitcoin price. We've got the other major companies kind of in our crosshairs here. I'm kind of curious how you see this cycle with the current support from the administration playing out. I know you talked about this being like the big win in 4 to 8 years. Do we still have the cycles? Where do you see things going in the short and medium term?
Yeah, well, look, I mean, I think to say that Bitcoin's going to take out gold, I don't think it works that way. I think you're just going to look, this is a market cap play now. For the audience, in the history of mankind, there's never been a $2 trillion industry that failed, ever. Once you get critical mass, dude, we're done now. This is why I continue to say, 100 grand, this is risk adjusted. This is the cheapest entry point in history. Based on what we know today, we know so much more than we knew 7 months ago. If I would have been talking about an SBR, which is now like in our acronymic mindset, the term wasn't even discussed a year ago. A year ago, you and I would have argued over the impact of the next ETF and the flows. We don't even care about it. 4,000 Bitcoin a week's being purchased. One guy buys all the mining output. So look, they're just going to keep eating through. It'll eat through Apple. Apple's probably going to come down in valuation. And this is what I was talking about, the glittery object. United Healthcare, if you have a chart, United Healthcare just lost $300 billion worth of value in a week and a half.
Wow.
Tomorrow morning, we know that there are fraud charges coming from the DOJ. I mean, serious fraud charges. Friends of mine bought United Health on a 50% downturn at 250. I think it opens tomorrow at 250.
Oof.
Now, that will never happen with Bitcoin. So all these companies, that people are going to start looking at the risk associated. They've had 3 CEOs, dude, in a year and a half. Okay, they had a guy shot in front of a hotel. You stack all this data together and you're like, there's a little bit too much smoke here. I don't want to buy United Healthcare. I don't want all that risk. Maybe they've been ripping people off every day. Maybe this is $300 billion, dude, and people yawn. Okay, 300. So if United Healthcare can go down 300 billion, 6 months ago, we figured out for the first time in the history of Wall Street that NVIDIA, a stock, could move 300 billion in one day. Now, what's weird about it? Where were all the genius analysts who were looking at NVIDIA and not one of them saw that coming? So I thought these guys were so bright and that Wall Street and the price is always efficient. Yet in one day, NVIDIA changed by $300 billion. You guys are out of your mind if you don't think Bitcoin can move $100,000 in an extremely short period of time. Out of your freaking mind.